Thanks for checking out this video. A bit of a rant and a bit of a question. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. I would genuinely like to know your opinion. So I got this, let me have a little bit of a backstory. A friend of mine's house, she got this package delivered and she gave me a call to see if I could go pick it up for her. It's like a rental condo that I manage for her. And I said, sure, I'll go down there and see what Xfinity sent you. I got down there and look at this box. Like, it's actually kind of posh a little bit. It's almost like Apple-esque, a little bit of an unboxing experience, right? I mean, got the braille up here and everything like that. Opened it up. You get this really nice packaging. What could possibly be in here? You know, there's some messaging right there. A lot of thought went into packaging something like this. I'll pick that up, don't worry. You know, you open it up, you've got this little thing right here. You know, what does it cost to make this thing? What does it cost to make this thing, put this packaging together, this nice little clamshell? This is the Xfinity Flex, I guess, which is essentially a streaming box, and all these different things that come with it, power supply, and HDMI cable, remote control, batteries, all that stuff. What does it cost to put all that together, for one thing? Well, so anyway, I called her and I explained to her what was in this package. And not only that, here's what's really interesting, and this is important, including, I won't show the other side of it just for other reasons, but this is a return shipping label in case you don't want it, with a little note in here too, saying, do you need to return this? So here's what my rant is about it. So when I called her and explained to her what this was, and I asked her, I said, hey, you know, did you order this thing? Did you want this thing? And she said no. What she was doing, she called in and canceled her cable subscription because we just put like a Roku device in the house along with an antenna, which is perfectly fine for a vacation rental property, because the cable subscription is just too much. And she said that she recalled that when she did that the person at Xfinity was, or Comcast, whatever, was easy enough about it to do it and cancel it. But they said, hey, we're gonna send you this box for free for your streaming and other cool features. And she recalled that she's like, well, what is it? I really don't need it. I really don't want it. But the person said, don't worry, it's free. We're gonna send it. Now, I'm gonna send it back, and here's my rant part. Just had to give you that little bit of a backstory. And if you watched this far, thank you. So the rant part is, one, especially with a company with a history of terrible customer service like Comcast, I highly doubt that this thing's going to be free. I mean, just take a look at all of this packaging, what it takes to put a device like that together. Even though it's cheaper than it's ever been to mass produce something like that, still, just even to ship that out with the return label and everything, just, that's not cheap to do. So I highly doubt that that's not going to turn into $5 to $10 or maybe even $12 a month, perhaps a year from now or something like that. And a lot of people won't even realize that they're being billed that, and some people will and call in and cancel, but many won't. I mean, it's just a company like this to send something out that's totally and truly free. I just highly doubt it. But let's give Xfinity the benefit of the doubt and just say that it really is a true loss leader product. What do I mean by a loss leader product? Well, you know what this is. It's very standard business practice. The easiest example is free chips and salsa at a Mexican restaurant. Typically, a Mexican restaurant in America will give you free chips and salsa. Maybe they even have a salsa bar these days, the nicer ones, and even some bean dip or something like that. But of course, it's not free, right? It's a loss leader. They are very much wanting to sell you a margarita and some fajitas and whatnot, okay? So let's just give them the benefit of the doubt that this actually is that maybe the only reason they're giving these out, because of course this person is still subscribed to the internet service, right? That's what they were saying is, oh, well, since you're an internet subscriber, we give all of our internet subscribers these streaming boxes for free so that you can easily stream stuff better. Maybe they're getting a slight kickback from Netflix or Hulu because it's streaming on this device. That's very possible. Maybe they're hoping to rent you a movie or something like that where they would make some money. Maybe they're hoping you'll subscribe to some other base level streaming package that Xfinity might come up with. So maybe it really is a loss leader. Maybe they just want to get this thing in your hands, so to speak, so that they can sell you other things down the road or keep you in their ecosphere or whatever you want to say. That's giving them the benefit of the doubt. I would firmly bet that it's going to actually still cost you something monthly down the road just knowing this company. But either way, this person's not going to use it. They already have a Roku device and an antenna in there. It's just, and she told the person on the phone, like, look, I really don't need it. But the person just kind of insisted on it and just said, hey, it's coming in the mail to you either way. And what she recalls, so I'm just saying this secondhand, but what she recalls is the person did say, don't worry, if you don't want it, there'll be a shipping label inside the box. Just send it back. This is my biggest point. This is kind of like my rant right here, that regardless of if this is the most purest motive of a loss leader sales model, which I participate in often, have designed, and it's not a bad way to promote something, to provide a little bit of value to somebody up front, and then maybe they'll do business with you. It's actually quite a nice way to be. But when it's like this, especially just like this year, 2020, and this first world problems might seem like on the surface, but maybe it's really not. There's a lot of terrible things that have happened this year with health and people's lives and things like that, and people's economy, people's money situation, whatever you want to say. On top of that, it's also been an ecological disaster in some ways this year. Now, don't get me wrong, there's been maybe a lot less travel, a lot less fossil fuels burned. You certainly see videos and images like in India where you can see the mountains in the background for the first time in years because there's not as much pollution going on, or the canals in Venice where you can see the dolphins and whatnot swimming around during the quarantine. There's been some, the Earth's been able to take a break in some ways, but when it comes to single-use items of plastic and face masks, think about all the plastic for food containers, for to-go food from restaurants and stuff like that, and just all the masks and stuff like that. It's just been a lot of single-use items used, and a very thought-out sales process like this. This is my rant, and I'll try to finish this up with my question. When the person's telling you like that on the phone, like, hey, you're already telling me that you don't want this thing. I'm telling you right back, don't worry about it. We're going to send it anyway. And if you don't want it, there's a shipping label inside. Just all of the effort that it took to make this box, this packaging, the device inside of it, the batteries in there, all the plastic, shipping it, probably initially maybe on an ocean liner or something like that from China, and then around the United States in trucks, and taking it to someone's door just to even say, hey, if you don't want this thing, stick it back in the mail and send it back to us somewhere when it's already been opened and whatever. And what are they going to do with it then? Are they going to repackage it? Do they have to sanitize it? I mean, It just seems extremely wasteful to me. And it also seems very dubious because they'll say, they could very likely say down the road, 14 months from now, when you realized you're paying $12 a month for this thing, they say, oh, well, you had 30 days to send it back originally. We even provided a shipping label. So, I just think stuff like this personally, and I'm in sales, I'm more or less a capitalist, although I do try to be more just responsible. To me, this is not good. This is not good business. It's very wasteful. But am I being wrong? Is it just a loss leader? I would say that it is a loss leader type of concept probably. But when I go into the restaurant, I'm very intentionally going to the restaurant. And there's other aspects of loss leader type of marketing that can be done in a responsible way. I think this is pretty irresponsible and definitely not good from an environmental standpoint. And I just think it's a really bad sales practice to say, oh, don't worry, we're going to send you this thing. And if you don't want it, just ship it back to us. That just seems so wasteful. We can pump things like this out. How much money did it cost to make this thing show up? And yet there's so many other things, let's even just say it is at least, no matter what you say and can think from a wholesale perspective, just putting this package together, the cost of the device inside, shipping it, I don't know, super wholesale, super economy of scale, $30 to $40. Man, what else could we do with $30 or $40 and send somebody something in a package like that would actually be very useful to them? I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's it. Ranting a little bit. Maybe it's a pointless first world problem, and I probably should go for a walk on the beach, which is what I think I'm going to do. But I don't know. I just had to share my thoughts on this. It just kind of irked me. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please comment on this. And do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to this little channel. Why not? It's kind of fun. And have a wonderful day. I wonder what this says in Braille. I'm going to try to look at it. Does it just say Xfinity? And would that mean anything to somebody if you had to read Braille? Would this device mean anything to you? I don't know. It's just really odd to me. Have a wonderful day.